Rolling camera. 3, 2, 1. Rolling sound. Who are you?
I am Etasha. A woman, vegan, born in Houston, Texas.
What was your childhood like, and what were some important lessons that you learned then that you carry with you today?
I think for the most part, I had a better childhood than a lot of people, but after lots of time to reflect on some of the things that affected me in childhood, I think that I also felt lonely and like isolated as a child. Um, I was in this like advanced program where they not at all accidentally picked like one white kid or one black boy and one black girl and put them in a group of very rich white kids and didn't expect that to have any negative social repercussions. I don't think they really cared. And so um, there was a lot of feelings of being, I guess I didn't understand what it was for most of my early childhood, that I felt like, why are they treating me differently? Why are people being mean to me sometimes? They're saying things because you don't really see things that way. When you're a kid, you don't understand that you're the different one. But I feel like a lot of that I kind of like internalized as something was wrong with me or something was different with me. And then like as an adult, now after many years into my adulthood, I can kind of look back and see how those things kind of affected me, and how like the lack of community, I guess, kind of affected me, both like in being in school and being in that one place every day all day, but also just one of my parents is from another country, and my other parent was from, a state hours away from where we grew up, so we were kind of like our own nuclear family was pretty much it. And I was kind of, trying to build my little friendships outside of that, which was good. But I think I spent a lot of my childhood feeling a little bit lonely, a little bit isolated, and kind of trying to find my place in my space. And how does that affected me? I think some of that is probably carried into my adulthood. But I think I think I value my relationships a lot. I value my friendships a lot. I value the people in my life a lot. And I am always open to, I'm always trying to create that space that I want, where I'm surrounded by, people that are around me that, like what I like and are into what I'm into, and, find fun in what I find fun in, and make me feel, like I have that community, or I have that, I'm very cautious about not cautious, but mindful of the spaces that I create. I want to now have the chance to be surrounded in a happy social way. So yeah.
How does a flower grow?
How does a flower grow? Well, it starts with a seed. So I guess it starts already having a purpose, knowing what it's maybe not knowing what it's supposed to be, but what it's supposed to be is already part of it. And it's just dropping into the right place at the right time and receiving the right things that it needs. And at the right moment, when all the forces come together, like pop, and there's a beautiful flower. Thank you, son.
Please give me a number from 1 to 100.
78.
Have you ever questioned your sanity, and why?
I think, yeah, I've definitely questioned my sanity for like many different reasons. Sometimes looking at the world and just being like, this can't be right. Like, is it me? And then other times just being like, oh, just really being in, I guess, dark places and like, being depressed and being like, I is it really that life is better if I'm not here or something like that? And yeah, just I feel like questioning your sanity is good, especially if you feel very passionate or very strongly about something. It's always good to back up and be like, hey, like, am I seeing things perfectly clearly? But I think those are like more serious times, but also, I mean, in general, yeah. Questioned it. Oh, came out on the good end, so that's good.
Please give me another number from 1 to 100.
39.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done for love?
Ooh, for love. Um, you know, crazy things. I'm more of a not crazy thing doer, but I did once consider marrying somebody that had been dating for a very short period of time because they were trying to convince me that they had a really bad health problem instead of just admitting that they were cheating. So, like, I'm pretty glad I didn't do a crazy thing for love. Uh,
Please give me another number from 1 to 100.
56.
What is your biggest triumph?
My biggest triumph. I I'm here. I'm here. I'm thriving. I'm happy. There have been many times where I didn't see that in the cards for myself. There's been, you know, definitely struggles with, things in the physical world as well as, things in my head and, dealing with depression sometimes, dealing with grief and just dealing with the challenges that come with, being anybody in this wild, wild world. But still here, I'm still smiling and still finding it in me to be compassionate, to be patient, to be loving, and to actually enjoy my existence. So I feel like that's a flex.
Please give me another number from 1 to 100.
23.
What's your favorite book or movie of all time, and why did it speak to you so much?
Ooh, I'm a big book nerd. Um, I'm just gonna leave book out of it because I love so many different books. But shout out to the fifth season by N.K. Jemisin and William Nicholson had this trio of books about a seeker and also the wind singer and a bunch of other authors. But a movie that I think I really loved is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I just watch it again and again, and every single time I watch it, I take something different from it. And it's funny because the first time I saw it, I feel like I'd never been in love before at that time, and so I didn't even have like I was so annoyed with the characters. I still like the movie, but my understanding of it was so different versus, after going through my first real, for me anyways, heartbreak and, being bitter and angry about it and then seeing the movie again years after that and having healed from that and realizing what a beautiful thing it is to love anyways. Like that movie was beautiful, important. I liked it and yeah, I feel like it always reflects something.
Please give me another number from 1 to 100.
71.
Why did you cry the last time you did?
Ooh, the last time I cried. um, I was friends with someone. I thought I was friends with someone. We did a lot of friend things that I would consider, like I guess kind of like platonic dating, but just friends for a long time. And they ghosted me out of the blue after making some plans. And I hit them up like maybe a couple months later because it's weird for me to spend like months hanging out with somebody and not hear from them. And I kind of said something along the lines of like, what were we even doing anyways? And it like really hurt my feelings because I was like, I thought we were friends. So that made me cry. If you're watching this, shout out to you, asshole.
Please give me a final number between 1 and 100.
Let's make it 86.
Is a life exclusive of pleasure, or excuse me, it's a life exclusive to pleasure with no suffering worthwhile?
The vegan part of me says any life is worthwhile, but would I want to live a life exclusive of pleasure? Absolutely not. I'm like a pleasure seeker. I'm out here trying to have a good time.
I said it wrong. So,
Oh, I'd like to answer it differently too.
pardon me, it was. Wait, what number you say? 86?
Let's do 84.
1 second. So sorry. Oh, there it is. All right. So is a life exclusive to pleasure
Oh,
with no
exclusively.
suffering worthwhile?
Oh, exclusively pleasure with no suffering. Sign me up. That's okay. Everything gets monotonous after a while. I would love for it to be monotonously great than, just suffering nonstop. That sounds pretty sad. So, yeah, I'll take that.
How do you find meaning in your daily experiences? What propels you through life?
I think stepping out of my daily routine or just to stepping out of that track that's going in my head of what my daily routine is, to stop and like look around and acknowledge where I am and acknowledge people and actually interact with them. I feel like that's the thing that just kind of lets me know this isn't just something that's like autopilot in my mind. It's kind of like we're all out here existing. Let's connect with each other.
What has the experience of living been like for you to this point? What can people learn from your life?
The experience of living for me, I feel like it's been great in the sense that I mean it's a life, and there's been really high highs, those moments of joy where you get exactly what you wanted, you worked really hard and you achieve something, you feel like you're living in your purpose. I've had, you know, my share of those for sure, maybe more than my share of those. And then there's also been moments that were really hard, just dealing with losing relationships and, you know, losing security, losing things that losing people, losing things that I didn't think that I'd be able to survive through losing. But I have, and I feel like through every big pain that I've had, through losing my mom, through losing faith, through losing my beautiful fantasy of what the world was actually like and stepping into the reality of it. Through all of those losses, there's been a hard fought path for healing. And I feel like from my life, I can, offer that path in a way easier way to so many people, and I feel like that's valuable and that's a gift. Like just to to know that you can heal and you can move past things that maybe you didn't think you could.
So, this is the big question and the reason we're here. Life is fleeting. We never know when it's our time. If these were your last words ever recorded, what would you say about your life and legacy?
About my life and legacy, I would say just love. Everybody have compassion for one another. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Take an extra moment to really care about someone, even if it isn't going to benefit you. And if not even if everyone, but if just you would be the person who would do that, then just see the way that the world can become a better and more beautiful place. Like, it doesn't need to be all sad. We don't have to ignore each other and be apathetic to each other's experience. We are the people who could make the world better. Remember that. Love you. Wish I were there.
So, I'll ask you again, finally, who are you?
Who am I? I am a lover. I'm a soft hearted person, unashamedly. I'm a strong person. I am a healer. I am a creator. I am loyal and I am consistent and I am an adventurer and I am a pleasure seeker and I am a friend and I am Itasha.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's a wrap.